Hello, once again, this wonderful Sunday morning. Good morning to you and to the rest of the world. Um, Today, I just want to share that the journey that we are on, it's just amazing. If you're on the spiritual journey, the spiritual path, you realize that if you're truly on the path, you realize that the road opens up for you, not for everyone, but for you in what stage you are, according to your frequency, according to your reality, according to the lenses that you see, according to how you're growing. You cannot compare what somebody's learning in stage 1 and somebody that is learning in stage 5 or stage 7. So the journey unfolds every time. And for me, I think it's so exciting. I think it's wonderful. And the more I think I know, the more I see that I do not know. And the more I do not know, the more God opens up more information. And then I always get like a surprise shock on the journey. And I say, what is this, Lord? And more things get revealed. So welcome once again to the Lighthouse. I am your host, Rachel. Today I want to be talking about something what we all know. It's the topic called what is sin. I think that everybody has thought about this. What is sin? And sin, growing up, we've always learned, even from our parents and from the church and from whatever religious organizations that we're in, sin is when you break the rules. Sin is when you break the 10 commandments, or sin is when you break the law. You have broken the law, you have committed a crime, and this is a sin, and we have to go and do repentance of our sin and make the wrong right. So this sin is what I want us to talk about today. Whatever I share with you today, if it doesn't resonate with you, it is completely fine. This video will always be there, I hope. And one day, after you've said many nasty things in your mind, or maybe you don't agree with me, and it's completely fine, you will come back to this video and say, she said that, maybe I should listen to it one more time. Now, I will be sharing to you my truth, and my truth will always be the truth, because it is truth for me. It may not be truth for you, but it is my truth. And I'm on a journey to a place that is called heaven, which is inside me, and I want to be with my Creator. And I really don't care what other people think about that, because it is my journey. I come alone, and I will definitely go back alone. And I love the way my journey is unfolding. And if you've been watching, I thank you for joining me on my journey. And if you want deeper help, please contact me. I am finding the way home. So what is sin? Now, sin is what I've told you that we've been taught. But this is wrong. Yes, that came as a shock to you. It came as a shock to me too. But when the Spirit of God moves and speaks, I don't know where the wind is going to blow. It just happens. And then you know, it is download that comes down. Sin, according to what I have heard, according to what I'm learning from God, sin is when you miss the target. Yes, when you miss the target. Now I say we go on a shooting. We're going to shoot a bow and arrow, yes? There's a target. There's a big frame. and there is a point in the middle. Now you stretch it, you miss the target. You miss the bull's eye. It's called you missing the bull's eye. When you miss the bull's eye, you miss the target. It doesn't matter where your arrow gets to on that round ball over there, the board. No matter how much you try, you still miss the bull's eye. That is missing the target. You say, but I've done this for 7 years, I've done this for 10 years, and I've been shooting all around. I understand you've been shooting all around. A lot of energies have gone out to that. Yes, I understand it, but still, you didn't get the bull's eye. Right or wrong? Am I right? Did you get the bull's eye? No. If you didn't get the bull's eye, you still failed. And this is the download that I got now. That sin is not just breaking the 10 commandments. Sin is missing the bull's eye. Now, what is the bull's eye? The bull's eye is why you were here. You and me. I'm human. I'm here. Why? Is it to drink beer? Is it to chase women? Is it to make a lot of money? Is it, why am I freaking here? I'm missing it. This is sin. This is sin. The 10 commandments, I will make a video about that. The 10 commandments is just to help us work together in a community, in a country, to be as a, don't kill yourselves out there. You put certain rules, just don't go taking your neighbor's wife. Don't go stealing your neighbor's goats. Don't go killing your neighbor. Rules to keep people in a society to behave normally. But these rules has absolutely nothing to do with God. The rules are for the physical reality. Flesh and blood. Flesh and blood have nothing to do with spirit. You cannot sin against spirit. So that is why it says, if you have to worship me, you must worship me in spirit and in truth. In spirit and in truth. Chew on these words. Your flesh cannot sin against God. The only sin is missing the bull's eye. But I go to church, but I'm called a priest, well, I'm called a pope, well, you can be called anything, but you miss the bull's eye. You are sinning. So every single one of us is in sin. This is why the scriptures say our righteousness are as filthy rags. No matter what I do, no matter how much I pray, no matter how much I try to keep myself holy, all that I do around the bull's eye, no matter what I do, I'm still missing it. Something is missing. What is this? The bull's eye is as simple as this. As long as you don't know who you are, I'm not talking about your name, your title, your culture, your people, when you were born, how many things you have, all these titles. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, you went to school, you didn't go to school. No, I'm not talking about, I have a job, I have a very nice condo, I have the most beautiful, I have so many lands. I don't, you've missed the bullseye. Oh, well, I'm born again. Oh, I was, the priest gave me a ring, the Pope gave me a ring, and I kissed the Pope's ring. Look, you're missing the bullseye. But I've been doing this for 35 years, 75 years. Well, you still missed the bull's eye. You're still in sin. This is why Jesus said to those men that wanted to kill the prostitute, he said, if you have no sin, cast the first stone. So every single one of them were as guilty as her. Why? They go to church, they're Pharisees and Sadducees, and they're priests in royal garments, but they miss the bull's eye. Because if you know who you are, in the beginning of this journey with me, I always started this journey with knowing who are you? Who are you? If you cannot answer this question, you have missed the bull's eye. I don't care what your title is. I don't care how pretty, how ugly, how fat, how slim. I don't care how long, who you hang with, how popular you are on Facebook or Instagram. I don't care. All of these things, illusions. As long as you don't know who am I, you're in sin. You sin against spirit. Every other thing you call a sin is it's just things we're supposed to have here to be able to live together in harmony. You cannot sin against spirit. Spirit and flesh are two different things. Spirit acts different. You worship God in spirit. You praise God in spirit. You speak to God in spirit. You cannot hurt God with your physical body, because God is spirit, and those that have to be with God have to be in spirit. You have to be spirit to know God. You have to be in spirit. I'm not talking about speaking in tongues now. You wait there. God is spirit. Those that have to go there have to be in spirit. They have to worship in spirit. They have to do all in spirit, because the flesh cannot hurt God. So that's not sin. But when you miss the bull's eye of knowing who you are hurting God, and that is spirit, and that is sin. So are we all sinners? Yes. Why would I say that? Because if you are in spirit, you will not even break the 10 Commandments. It will not even come in your head, in your body, in your mind, because spirit is always greater than the flesh. There will not even be a room for sin. Spirit is greater than flesh. There won't even be a room for sin. So this is why the commandments was just to help us stay in a community in peace and harmony. Don't steal my animal. Don't steal my car. Don't hurt my children. Keep us in place. Don't drink too much, because when you drink too much, you go doing all kinds of stuff. Keep us in balance. But when it comes to sin, it's missing the target. No matter how many times you shoot, if you don't get the bull's eye, game over. What I'm trying to say is that you chew on these words. Who is a sinner? What is sin? What is the bull's eye? Flesh cannot sin against spirit, because spirit is not flesh, and spirit is greater than flesh. Now the bull's eye. Who am I? Then you wake up as a prodigal son, and you can go home. You will go home even in the flesh, just as Jesus did. He got the bull's eye. He got the bull's eye. He woke up as spirit in the flesh. This is why we're here. This is our mission. This is the only job and only calling that you and I have. And until that day that you get the bullseye, you and I will ever live in sin. And when we die, we're going to come back and do it all over again. But when you get the bullseye, that will be a topic for another day. If you have any questions, I will be right here. And remember, I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace. Peace.